Hello everyone, this is the CRT Productions here, and as you probably already know, it's that time of year again, so I figured I'd make a quick video about Christmas lights. So as everyone knows, I am a genius, so it's probably a good idea to take advice from me about stuff. But when your yard looks like this, can't be a bad idea. I mean, you need some kind of help, that's for sure. So you've probably already guessed what my first brilliant tip of advice is, but ditch the blow up stuff. Listen, I don't care how liberal you are, but ISIS is not okay, alright? We need to get rid of this damn blowing up everything, alright? So get rid of it. Listen, unless you're 94 and you can't see anymore, it just looks lazy and stupid, and it falls down during the day when you don't have it turned on, and it just looks stupid, alright? So for my other helpful tips of advice, you know, I think oftentimes people take for granted the simple things in life. See, I always thought the lights on the edge of the roof of your house was always kind of underrated, you know? It looks nice. It's, you know, it's not too hard to do unless you got a big house. I imagine most of you probably don't. Probably live in a trailer park or something, but, I think the lights on the edge of the roof really look good, you know? They show up, they're easy to see. And it doesn't cost much, you know, unless you have, again, a big house. In most cases, you can probably pretty much take care of it with a couple strands of lights, you know what I'm talking about. This is, of course, something that we do at our house, and since I'm a NEET and I still live with my parents, so yeah, we like to put up the lights around the edge of the roof, you know, and we actually use some specific lights, which is the point of all of this. I highly recommend you go to a store called Kmart. If you still have one of those in your area, which is pretty unlikely at this point, but you can go to Kmart and actually get some specific lights by GE, the C5 or C6 lights, or C7. I don't remember which one's the latest one, but I know we use the C5, but they're a few years old. They might not still make them, but GE, you know, they look kind of like this. Probably have them on screen right now, you know, and you see them right now. That's what they look like, and they're at Kmart, and they've always sold these lights. So if you go down to Kmart to buy these lights and they're not there, you can feel free to come back and leave a hate comment in my comment section, because I'm pretty sure they still have them there. But you probably don't even have a Kmart anymore, so let's just be honest here, you know. Another brilliant tip I'd like to give is just put lights everywhere. Alright, put them around the columns, put them out in the yard, put them on the edge of the roof, put them on your door, put them on your dog, put them on yourself. I mean, I don't care. Put lights everywhere, and just avoid the inflatables, basically. And of course, what better thing to do than get creative, like this here homemade snowman. All we did was get a big old piece of plywood and cut out the snowman shape, and cut out the hat separately, screwed it onto this, and then we got a round little cap of some sort and drew a circle around it and painted in these eyes and this stuff, and you know, and then we stapled some lights onto it, but then the light stopped working, so we had to put another set of lights on it, and you know. Another great tip is where to shop for lights. I mentioned Kmart earlier, but you know, the problem with Kmart, you can go and get those specific lights if you want to, if you're in the area sometime. But Kmart likes to sell that blow-up stuff, you know, and I'm not too big on that blow-up stuff. I don't know about you, but it's just not my style. So But another place that I discovered that sells a lot of Christmas lights for a pretty good price, pretty good selection. I don't know if it's strange or not, really, But Lowe's actually has a pretty good selection of Christmas lights, especially right after Christmas. So if you want to start thinking about next year's Christmas, you know, you can go after Christmas, but that's pretty much true for any store now that I think about it. So I think that's a pretty good segue into my final and most brilliant, in my opinion, tip on Christmas light purchasing and buying, and that's the same thing. Buy your Christmas lights after Christmas. Who would have thought of that brilliant bit of advice besides me? Listen, every store is going to have Christmas lights on sale after Christmas, alright? So you can go on down to just about any store. I know one year we went to Lowe's, again with Lowe's, and they had some pretty good deals on some lights I hadn't seen at any other store. Also dollar stores like Dollar General or whatever other dollar stores there are. There's a pretty good amount of them nowadays. They always have some good deals on Christmas lights, so go out to the store after Christmas and buy your Christmas lights. So I think that just about does it for this video. I don't know how long this video's been, but it's probably longer than it should be. That's how all of my videos end up. I'm an idiot. So yeah, I think that's the end of this video. Merry Christmas, or Happy Holidays, or whatever you know. And yeah, Merry Christmas, bitch.